This is another episode of My Road to Commander. I believe this is episode 5, but today I wanted to talk about taking somebody for granted. Now, taking somebody for granted is something common amongst everybody, and I mean everybody. Everybody takes somebody for granted, and of course, everybody's gonna tell you you never know, you never know how they are as a person to you, what they mean to you until they're gone, and that's completely true because when somebody dies or passes away on Facebook that I'm talking about like real life, passing away on real life, but it makes news on the Facebook. You find out from Facebook or other social media sites. You tend to think about the person. You tend to say, I cared for the person. A lot of people tend to do that. They tend to care for the person, which a lot of people will call them attention whores, but really they're not. They really cared about the person. It's just the thing was they took them for granted. That's why it's like, I miss you, man. I should have did this. We should have did that. We have some good memories. And quite frankly, it's common among everybody. You take somebody for granted. And you never know what you have until they're gone. Or who you have until they're gone. My bad. But same can go with your, real friends in real life. You tend to avoid them sometimes, or you tend to feel like that you're not spending enough time with them, or you haven't spent enough time with them, or you haven't talked to them in a while. That could be taking your friends for granted. And I'm saying it's common, but I'm not saying you should do it though, because you never know who they may become, or you never know who they really really mean to you. And it's pretty hard. I mean, me as a military child, I know a lot of people from all around the world, and I can honestly say I don't keep in contact with all of them. For one, I'm busy. For two, it's just hard. It's hard to keep in contact with somebody you've known for so long, and it's even easier to keep in contact with them if you can see them in person. And that's just life. I mean, everybody takes people for granted, and it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing, of course. But at the same time, it's natural. And you just truly never know what you have. So everybody in your life, appreciate what they have to give to you, what they have to offer to you. And they will appreciate what you have to offer for them. Now, of course, I can go along my statement saying, avoid fake friends, but at the same time, there's some real friends, and quite frankly, you don't need me to tell you who your real friends are. Real friends is feelings. I mean, real friends are there for you for your ups and downs. When you feel like you're at your lowest in your life, then tell yourself who's there for you right now. Who's talking to you still right now, even though you're at your true point, or who's trying to help you. And if you can answer that question with a couple people's names, then those couple people are your true friends. But if you're at your lowest point and nobody's talking to you, but then when you get to your highest point, those people who you single out when, say, you feel really, really good about yourself, you're having a good day. Now, if those people are there for you for that, they're not your true friends, most likely. In most cases. And right now I'm having a bad day. I'm not gonna lie. I'm having a bad day. But I can only name a couple of people who were there for me at my lowest. And your family's always gonna be one of them. And there's always gonna be people there for you. That's the point. And those people who are there for you, you cannot take for granted. Don't take for granted, because they actually care. They actually care for you. And that's all I really have to say. And also, thank you for 90 subscribers. I really appreciate it too. I really, really appreciate it. Makes me feel a whole lot better, that I got another subscriber. It always does. That email always comes. I always feel a lot better. Stay frosty.